Hello everyone, my name is Yusef and welcome to part 1016 of the movie Revolution. Let us begin. So, Jerry was laying on the bed. He had just woken up when all of a sudden the, the maid walked into or was knocking on the door. He tells her to come in. She tells him that um the princess and the rest of the royal family are having breakfast in the kitchen. So he gets up, he in his pajamas and goes to the kitchen. He sees them at the table. He sits at the table next to the princess, his girlfriend, and they are eating breakfast together. She says to him, "Hey, do you want to go on another date with me?" He says yes. And so they are eating their breakfast once again, or continuing to eat their breakfast. After that, he is going back to bed. So that's what he does. He goes back to bed and he sleeps again. He takes a nap, a morning snooze, if you will. He wakes up, he gets ready for the date. She's already in the car. She's already in the limo. He is, you know, he is having a good time talking to her. Of course, of course, he's always thinking about what happened yesterday. But he keeps that in the back of his mind, and he doesn't talk about it to himself ever. So they get to the restaurant, which is owned by their family, and they are eating, you know, dinner by it. They're eating lunch, actually, and he is, he is a little bit. He's enjoying himself, obviously, and he's having a good time. He's telling some great jokes, like great jokes actually, and he's laughing his butt off, like he's dying laughing, and the lunch comes and they are eating their lunch and having a great time and just enjoying themselves and enjoying each other's company. After that, she asks him, "Do you want to go to do you want to go back to the torture chamber?" He says, think that's a good idea." She says, "Please, I would love for us to go." And then he relents. He finally relents, of course. And they get into her limo, and they are off to the torture chamber or dungeon rather. So they open the door. Well, she opens the door, and she is, of course, quite excited to torture her, slap her around for a while, and then So they walk in, and he as the men, well, her men are just torturing her. She's screaming. She says to herself, "Well, that's a wonderful sound. Don't you think, baby? Isn't that a wonderful sound?" And then she says, "I guess, I guess so. I guess so. I guess it is." He says to himself, "Oh my God, this is just what the hell am I getting myself into? What is this?" He says to himself. Then he they walk in further into the dungeon, and she grabs him and she says, "I want you to look at this, bitch. I want I want you to look at this because I'm going to show you what real love looks like, you bitch." And then she kisses him. And then she kisses him. She grabs him, and then she and then she kisses him on the lips, really intensely. And then after that, she punches her in the face again. And then they leave. They are leaving the dungeon. He's telling himself, "Okay, this was a bad experience for you. I totally understand that, but you do love her, right?" And then he says to himself, "Of course I do. Why would I even ask that question? Of course I do." But she's a little bit weird. But she's a little bit crazy. But then he says to himself again, "Who cares? I love her regardless. It doesn't matter if she's crazy. What does matter if, if I love her or not, which I do." And so they get back into the limo. It's becoming nighttime by that point, and they are walking. Well, they are going back to the castle. So they make it to the castle. So they get to the castle. She opens the door for him, and he walks through it. And all of a sudden, they are the food is ready for them to eat dinner. It was a feast. The king of Silvercat welcomes him and her daughter, well, his daughter, the king's daughter, along with Jerry, into the house. His boyfriend sees her and he's afraid. He is terrified of her. So he just does one of these numbers so she won't see him, and then which co- which um which makes him a little bit, which makes the king a little bit suspicious, which is why he says to him, his boyfriend, babe, um, what, are you okay?" And then his boyfriend said, "Yeah, I'm okay, I guess." So they sit down at the table, and for the rest of the night, they are eating dinner. They are eating this great feast, and they are eating this feast, and having a great time doing it. You know what I mean? Like they're talking about the date that the lunch date that they had earlier, and how great that was. And they also talk about the dinner and how great it is, of course. So as they were eating, jokes are beginning to be made, of course. Alcohol is beginning to be drunk, of course. People are just enjoying themselves. The queen, the princess, and the king, and of course Gary. They are all enjoying themselves, drinking alcohol and all, eating food and all, just enjoying themselves, just having a grand old time. After that, it's time to go to bed. So the 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 princess and of course Jerry say goodbye to the king and the queen, of course, and they are off to bed. And as they were getting to bed, Jerry said, "Well, hey wasn't it a little bit weird that the wasn't it a little bit weird that this guy is avoiding your gaze?" And then she says, "Yeah, because he knows better than to look at me with those stupid eyes." "Okay," he says to himself. And they are off to bed. They put their pajamas on, and after that they are under they get under the covers, and they are off to bed. And that was it. They get under they get under the they get under the covers, and they are in bed together sleeping. To be continued. Well, sorry. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video. Leave a comment down below once again telling me what are your opinions are on the princess and Gary and or the king, of course. And share the video also. Leave a like on the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.